Amidst the relentless fury of war emerged a figure whose valor and prowess would etch his name into the annals of Elven history, Ecthelion of the Fountain. A trustworthy companion to Turgon, Ecthelion stood as a beacon of strength and courage on the battlefield. While his early years and lineage remain shrouded in mystery, tales of his exploits abound, each more awe-inspiring than the last. At the tender age of 14, Ecthelion endured the treacherous Helcaraxi, known by ominous monikers such as the Valley of Death and the ice-grinding desert, a perilous journey that claimed the lives of many. This harrowing experience, a testament to his resilience, served as a crucible that forged his indomitable spirit. In the crucible of conflict, Ecthelion's legend soared to astonishing heights. Renowned not only for his martial skill but also for his unwavering resolve, he carved a path of destruction through legions of orcs and even vanquished dragons single-handedly. Yet it was his defeat of a balrog, a feat believed to be beyond mortal capability, that cemented his legendary status, surpassing even that of Turgon himself. Ecthelion's valorous deeds became the stuff of legend, inspiring awe and reverence among his comrades and striking fear into the hearts of Morgoth's minions. His name echoed across the battlefields of Middle-earth, a symbol of hope amidst the darkness of war. As the war raged on, Ecthelion of the Fountain stood as a towering figure of courage and resilience, his legacy destined to endure throughout the ages. Ecthelion, armed with the legendary Goblin Cleaver, a blade later wielded by Thorin Oakenshield and Legolas of the Woodland Realm, stood as a formidable force on the battlefield. His exploits were the stuff of legend, surpassing even the most audacious tales of valor. In a breathtaking display of skill and precision, Ecthelion achieved the unimaginable feat of slaying 2 dragons seconds apart. Riding atop one of the great eagles, he descended upon his monstrous adversaries with fearless determination. With unparalleled accuracy, he jumped off the eagle and plunged his blade into the eye of one dragon, utilizing his mastery of force magic, a gift inherent to the Noldor, to propel the sword through the creature's skull, with devastating effect, killing it. As the Goblin Cleaver hurtled through the air, freed from its deadly trajectory, Ecthelion plummeted with reckless abandon, hurtling towards the ground at an astonishing velocity. With impeccable timing and unmatched agility, he seized the sword mid-air, unleashing another devastating blow, slicing clean through the neck of a passing dragon with the sheer force gained from his gravity-defying descent, and landed back onto his giant eagle. The Noldor elves, witnessing this breathtaking display of heroism, were inspired to greater heights of courage and determination. Ecthelion's audacious feat served as a rallying cry, igniting a fervor among his comrades as they redoubled their efforts in the face of overwhelming adversity. As the valiant Noldor fought desperately to stem the advance of the Balrogs, led by the formidable Gothmog, a sudden and unexpected intervention shifted the tide of battle. Gondolin, driven by a thirst for vengeance, descended upon the battlefield with a ferocious assault, targeting the Balrogs with relentless fury. In a display of sheer strength, she dispatched one of the Balrogs, crushing its skull with her powerful mandibles. Recognizing the pivotal importance of neutralizing the Balrogs to turn the tide of battle, Turgon swiftly joined Ungolin's cause, realizing that victory hinged upon eliminating their deadly foes. Ecthelion, a loyal ally of Turgon, joined the fray, combining their magical powers to devastating effect. In a coordinated assault, Turgon and Ecthelion unleashed their powers, utilizing their mastery of magic, a force shockwave to its knee, incapacitating one of the Balrogs. With precision and synchronicity born of years of battle-hardened camaraderie, they struck with lethal precision, driving both swords into the Balrog's eyes. As the Balrog writhed in agony, they unleashed a concussive wave of force, triggering a cataclysmic explosion that obliterated its head clean off. Gothmog, the imposing leader of the Balrogs, seeing this unfold, seized the moment to unleash his devastating might upon the field of combat. With only 4 Balrogs remaining, he surged forward with unparalleled speed, his very presence causing the ground to tremble beneath his thunderous footsteps. With a mighty leap that defied the laws of gravity, Gothmog ascended nearly 100 feet into the air, his fiery blade poised to strike with lethal precision. In a swift and brutal maneuver, he descended upon Ungoliant, the force of his attack driving the blade deep into her brain, snuffing out her life in an instant. Witnessing the display of power and agility, Turgon and Ecthelion stood in stunned silence, realizing the sheer magnitude of the challenge they faced. The sight of the largest recorded Balrog soaring through the air with such ease served as a stark reminder of the formidable adversary they confronted. It became abundantly clear that Gothmog's mastery of combat and his terrifying capabilities would make him an exceedingly difficult foe to defeat. As Turgon and Ecthelion, renowned as the most skilled elven warriors in Tolkien's universe, engaged in a fierce battle against Gothmog, the other Balrogs swarmed to their leader's defense, overwhelming the valiant Noldor warriors who rallied to their aid. Despite their unmatched prowess, Turgon and Ecthelion found themselves pressed by the sheer numbers and ferocity of their adversaries. In the midst of the chaos, Thorondor, the revered king of the eagles, descended from the skies with breathtaking speed. With talons like steel, he seized two of the Balrogs by their heads, lifting them high into the air with a strength born of ancient majesty. Ascending to great heights, Thorondor executed a daring maneuver, hurtling into a death dive of lightning speed. As the Balrogs plummeted towards the earth, their bodies writhing in the grip of the Eagle King's talons, Thorondor released his hold, dropping the Balrogs onto a jagged mountain ridge below. With a thunderous crash, the Balrogs met their demise as the unforgiving mountain tore their bodies apart. Inspired by the awe-inspiring feat of Thorondor, Turgon, determined not to be outdone, turned to Ecthelion with a determined glint in his eyes and says, "My turn." He swiftly mounted a giant eagle, soaring high into the vast expanse of the sky. Ascending to dizzying heights, Turgon braced himself as the eagle initiated a death dive, hurtling towards the earth with breathtaking speed. The sheer force threatened to make him unconscious, his senses reeling under the intense pressure, yet he maintained his composure with steely resolve. As the eagle began to pull out of the dive, Turgon seized the moment with unwavering precision. With a fluid motion, he released his legendary sword, Glamdring, hurtling it towards its target with unmatched accuracy. The blade struck true, piercing the heart of a Balrog with unyielding force, tearing through its monstrous form with devastating power. The impact reverberated as the sword hit the ground. A shockwave rippled outward, unleashing a destructive force, shattering the lower limbs of the fallen creature in its wake. With only Gothmog and one other Balrog remaining as significant threats, Turgon and Ecthelion exchanged a determined glance, a glimmer of hope kindling in their eyes. As three dragons overwhelmed Thorondor and his fellow eagles tried to help, Ecthelion attempted to replicate Turgon's earlier tactic, descending upon Gothmog with the goblin cleaver. However, to his dismay, the Balrog's thick hide thwarted his efforts, halting the blade's progress as it met Gothmog's neck. Undeterred, Ecthelion, with valorous determination, attempted to breach Gothmog's defenses, scaling the Balrog's towering form in a desperate bid to strike a fatal blow. Yet despite his best efforts, he found himself unable to penetrate the formidable creature's defenses. Realizing the dire urgency of the situation, Turgon made a fateful decision. With a silent farewell to his companion, he understood that the ultimate sacrifice was necessary to secure victory. At the precipice of the mountain's edge, with balls of steel, Turgon unleashed his force magic in a devastating display of power. The ground beneath Gothmog's feet trembled as Turgon's magic shattered his leg, sending a portion of the earth hurtling into the abyss below. In the chaos that ensued, Turgon sustained grievous injuries for using his magic so close. Mandible fracture, left orbital bone fracture, nasal bone collapse, left and right eardrum burst, ribs 6 fractures, right femur fracture, internal bleeding throughout the body. As the ground beneath them crumbled away, Ecthelion realized he had to leap to safety to avoid plummeting to his doom along with Gothmog. As he leapt to safety, in a cruel twist of fate, Gothmog lashed out with his fiery whip, tying up Ecthelion and dragging him down to his demise. Meanwhile, amidst the chaos, the last remaining Balrog engaged in a deadly struggle with Thorondor and the dragons. With cunning and malice, the Balrog used its fiery whip to ensnare Thorondor, subjecting him to a fiery fate as he burned to death amidst the relentless onslaught. The fall of Gondolin marked a tragic chapter in Elven history, where heroes, kings and villains alike met their untimely ends. It was a conflict of monumental scale, with heavy losses befalling the Noldor warriors, their once mighty legacy reduced to mere whispers and legends. The sole surviving Balrog would later come to be known as the one lurking within the depths of Moria, where Gandalf the Grey would ultimately confront it. Though Gondolin's fall was a grievous loss, it dealt a significant blow to Morgoth's forces, serving as a cautionary tale to other elves to remain vigilant and prepared against the encroaching darkness. Share, like, comment and subscribe for more content.